Golden soda did, but I went back. For a couple of years, I made a mistake. It's just very it's okay to do that. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'll go. Okay. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. One more time, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. If you have not done so already, please turn off your phones. And as Robert Boo says at every founders meeting, if you can hear my voice, please.
That's not what he said.
I chickened out.
Okay, so a couple little examples of high school creative writing analogies. Her eyes twinkle like the mustache of a man with a cold. The ballerina rose gracefully on point and extended a slender leg behind her like a dog at a fire hydrant. She grew on him like she was a colony of E. coli and he was room temperature Canadian beef. When he tried to sing, it sounded like a walrus giving birth to farm equipment. Certainly looks like ChatGPT has a pretty secure future. Anyway, thank you for joining us, Miss Patty. Who's here for the first time? Do we have any virgins?
Yes, we do. We're going to start right here with Stephen. He is our native Floridian from Miami.
Welcome, Stephen.
For some reason, the virgins want to stand on the wall here. We have Sam. She's from Queens.
Welcome, Sam.
Waynesboro, Georgia. We have James.
Welcome.
One virgin left already.
One virgin. Just one?
One left. We're done.
Got them all? Thank you, newcomers, for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Patty. Danny, let's get started with you.
X-rated Danny.
Good morning, my fabulous friends. How are you guys doing today? So thank you for being here today. I'm happy to see this room full of people. So I hope you're ready for a little education, a little empowerment, and maybe a few moments where you clutch your pearls. In the best way, of course. Don't worry, it is a judgment-free zone where the only thing that we're spreading is knowledge. And maybe I'll be last. So, but first, I just want to remind you that today we have we have to make informed choices, and one of those informed choices is about our Move with Pride class. We have this class today at 6 p.m. It is with a new instructor, like I mentioned to you last week, and we have a few spots left if you want to go online to our website and register for the class. It is tonight at 6. And all these classes are meant for everybody, for all levels of movement and ability, and we just invite you to be able to, move with pride. Also, we have gentle yoga on Thursday, but it is sold out. You can still sign up on the waiting list, and we will let you know. And that just shows you, how popular these holistic classes are getting, and they're now getting full. You have to make sure that you register for the classes so that you don't miss the opportunities. Now let's kick things off with March 24th. Yesterday, it was World Tuberculosis Day.
World what?
Tuberculosis.
Oh, tuberculosis.
Another word. I can practice a new word every week. Well, let's just call it TB, right? Now, you might be thinking, what does TB has to do with sexual health? Well, for folks living with HIV, like myself, TB can be an opportunistic infection. It is like the toxic X you thought you blocked, and it shows up when your defenses are down. So this is a perfect reminder to talk about prevention, treatment, and staying on top of your health, especially if you're living with HIV or are vulnerable to HIV. And speaking of people who help us feel better, March 30th is National Doctors Day. So let's give a huge shout out to our healthcare providers, especially the ones who don't blink an eye when we say, so I had a weekend. They're really the MVPs of sexual health. Regular testing, checkups, and conversations about PrEP and NPEP. These are the ways we protect ourselves and how we can protect others. Think of PrEP as your VIP pass to peace of mind. And NPEP, which is post-exposure prophylaxis, that's your emergency parachute if the oops moment happens. And today, not only you can get tested for HIV and STIs, but you can also, for free, but you can also talk to one of our wellness specialists and ask any of those sexual health questions that you don't know how to ask somebody else or your doctor or don't feel comfortable asking. Like I said before, this is a judgment-free zone and we're here to support you. Because getting tested isn't just responsible, like I've always said, it is sexy. Knowing your status is hotter than any OnlyFans content. Now, here's where it gets a little more meaningful. The last week of March, like from yesterday, it's LGBTQ plus Health Awareness Week. And March 31st marks the International Day of Trans Visibility. These observances are vital reminders for the LGBTQ plus community folks, especially trans and non-binary individuals that are facing disproportionate barriers to healthcare, education, and safety. This week is about uplifting those voices, addressing health disparities, and creating inclusive, affirming environments, not just clinics and waiting rooms, but everywhere. Because health equity is social justice, and visibility isn't just about being seen. It's about being valued, protected, and empowered. And that's what we're here for. And let's be real, sexual health is more than just latex and sex clinics or clinic visits. It's about communication, consent, and confidence. It's about knowing your status, knowing your options, and feeling good about your choices. Getting tested is sexy, remember? And talking about STIs before things get hot and heavy, even sexy. So let's not forget, PrEP isn't just a pill. It's a whole vibe. Protection and prevention aren't just about fear, they're about freedom. It's about us feeling that we're protecting ourselves, therefore we're feeling that we have some freedom. So whether you're here for the facts, the laugh, or just the free condoms, I'm glad you're here, because knowledge is power, pleasure is power, and being proactive about your sexual health is one of the most empowering things you can do. So thank you, stay safe, stay sexy, and remember, have fun with sex, make it your own, but please do it safely so you can do it for longer. Have a good day.
Thank you, Danny. We have a whole whiteboard here with this Diane.
Morning.
Morning.
Before I start, I think there's a special person I just want to say hi to. I noticed a Mitch in the back.
Yes.
All the way from Mexico. Hi, Mitch. Good to see you. March 25th, so that means we're exactly 1 month away from Wilton Women's Week. And for those of you who don't know about Wilton Women's Week, it is a week of celebration of women in the South Florida community. Women with Pride in the Pride Center is hosting a week-long events for women, but everyone's welcome. And the Pride Center is hosting several events right here on campus. Last week I talked to you about the Women's Art Show that we're having. I talked to you about the Women's Marketplace. We are also co-hosting another event that will start right here at the Pride Center on Saturday, April 26th at 8 a.m. So if anyone is up that early and they want to participate in a walk-run, that will be hosted by the Front Runners. And if you don't know the Front Runners are an LGBTQ plus friendly walking and running organization. And we're going to have a meetup here, and it's going to be a special Women with Pride meetup. We will meet at 8 a.m. Some of us will be walking and not running. I will be doing the 2 or 3 mile walk. Some of us will be running, and we have one person here who's already signed up to run. That's right. And you're going to do the 4 mile?
Yes, I'll die if I do 6 miles.
I will not be running, I will tell you that. Rebecca, have you signed up yet? Okay. She's going to kill me later. Okay. So the event is open to everyone. I know some of you are walkers because you live in my neighborhood and I've seen you. So I welcome you to join us at Saturday, April 26th at 8 a.m., hosted by the Front Runners. This is a free event. Of course, we accept donations for the Women of the Pride program, so we hope you join us. I have one other quick update for you. This is Women's History Month, and that is Women's History Month honors contributions of women in history and contemporary society. And I talked to you about a couple of women who are no longer with us, but have made great contributions. Today I want to talk to you about somebody who is still with us. She's just a few years younger than I am, I would say in her 30s, so it's only a few years younger.
Oh, so it's
All right, I'm over it. And her name is Denise Froman, and she's from New York City, and she's really awesome. She's a writer, a poet, a performance artist, and an educator. And she explores the intersection of race, gender, and sexuality. She's from Puerto Rico, she's Jewish, she has a really interesting background. And I chose to talk about her because she does this amazing performance of this spoken word called Dear Straight People. It's wonderful. I encourage you to look it up. And I'm just going to read a little piece from that. She's amazing, wonderful. Again, it's called Dear Straight People. Dear straight people, you are the reason we stay in the closet. You are the reason we have a closet. I don't like closets, but you made living in the living room an unshared space. And now I'm feeling like a guest in my own house. So if you want to hear the rest of it, her name is Denise Froman. She's absolutely amazing. She's kind of cute, and I encourage you to go check her out. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Diane. We have our activation specialist, Sean White.
All right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, so as usual, if you check your tables there, you'll find a flyer advertising our upcoming event, Cocktails and Conversation, where it's not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. So we're getting kind of close to it. If you want to attend, which I hope most of you in here are interested in and are looking at attending, we have a QR code. You can scan it and sign up and register. You can see me after the event today, and I can help you as well. It's going to be Thursday, April 3rd, here at the Pride Center from 6 to 8 p.m. The ticket is $15. That includes a ticket for 2 free drinks. And also there's going to be light bites, and we're going to have a fabulous presentation by Mr. Nick over here with Sage USA about the Friendly Visitor Program, which is an awesome program that helps connect volunteers with seniors who need some support in time to meet with people and socialize. So it's going to be an awesome event. I'm looking forward to it and hope to see most of you there. I don't really have to say much to you about, in light of the political environment we're in, and with funding and issues that are going on nationally, it's important to support the Pride Center so that we can continue to do programs for all of you. So I hope you are going to attend this event. The Women with Pride weekly event. I'm sorry, I was a little confused here.
Also needs money.
Huh?
It also needs.
Thank you. Yeah, that needs all the events that we're going to be doing, the Rainbow 5K, BinGlo. It's important that you come and support that for us, so that we can continue to provide services for you. So that's it until next week. Come and see me if you're after the program today, if you are interested in registering, and I can help you out. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Again, braving the traffic on I-95, Cindy Brown.
Good morning, everyone. Morning. So first, I'm Cindy Brown from Jewish Community Services, a Land of Living program in Miami-Dade. So I'm glad to see Miami-Dade's in the house. And first of all, I'm going to echo what Sean just said, because across the board, organizations that are providing services to the most vulnerable in our community are at risk. So, think about the Pride Center, think about other organizations, maybe think about Land of Living, but our community is the only, we're going to have to save ourselves. So, if you can, support the Pride Center. Support other organizations that you have an affinity to, because it's more important now than ever. So enough of that. I'm sure Robert might say something about it as well. I want to tell you about some of the things we have going on. On your tables, there are flyers. One side has our online program. There's a QR code. You can just snap it and it takes you right to the homepage of our online program, which has a plethora of programs ranging from exercise to caregiving to financial workshops. There's something for everybody. There's even a Spanish session where you can learn to speak Spanish. So I encourage you all to check that out. And also, of course, our twice a month gay men support group that, we have a few of the guys from up here that participate, and I invite anyone here to join. And if you are snowbirds and you go back up north, you can still participate when you're back up north. Miami Beach Pride is coming April 5th and 6th. And at this Pride event, we have what's called the Senior Lounge. It's an area for the more experienced Pride goer, like many of us. And, it's an area, it's a larger than a regular booth. It's got comfortable seating. We have free non-alcoholic beverages and healthy snacks. Every year we get a few people come in who are overheated and just need to sit down and get something cool to drink, or maybe a banana to give them some potassium. If you do happen to be planning to come to Miami Beach Pride, please stop by and see us in the Senior Lounge. And just so you know, there are a few of us who are working on trying to get a similar lounge at Stonewall, because it's even hotter in June than it is in April. So, we're working to try and make all these events senior friendly. And when it's 100 degrees out with 100% humidity, it's not pleasant. So we're working on those things so that the event is more welcoming and open to the entire community, especially our seniors. I will be here after if you have any questions for me. Again, Cindy Brown, come and see me if you have any questions. Thank you.
And Cindy, from the Alzheimer's Association, we have Sam.
Good morning, everybody. First and foremost, I wanted to thank you all for a warm welcome. I joined a group of gentlemen over there, and anyone I spoke to today was very welcoming, and I really appreciate that. I am here representing the Alzheimer's Association. We're a national nonprofit organization, so I'm not selling anything. We have an event coming up called Aging with Pride. It is on April 3rd, which is next week on Thursday, from 3 to 4:30 p.m. We are here to show different resources and research-based evidence available for those who are aging with pride. And I always say it may not be for you, but it may be for a friend or a relative, and it's great to come and get that information. You can join online or in person at John Knox Village. If you did not get a flyer at your table, you can see me at the end, and I can either help you get a flyer or register for the event. I think it would be great if you guys joined. And also, the more support we get for these events, the more events we can do, and the more we can serve your community, which I'm very passionate about, and I'm very passionate about giving back. We also have 5 free caregiver support groups in Broward County that are available online and in person. We do educational presentations, awareness presentations, and outreach such as health fairs. We are about giving back and serving the community in whatever way we can, and if that is something that you want to collaborate on, please see me. I'm going to hang out at the end. And thank you so much for Mr. White and Mr. Bruce for letting me come here today.
Thank you, Sam. Nice job. We have an announcement from Dennis.
There it is.
He's coming.
Hello. Last week, I mentioned the possibility of setting up a gun club, and there was some opposition and a few boos. But I wanted to make a few things clear. There's 3 parts to setting up this club, similar to how they've done it in Georgia. And the first part is called Stop the Bleed. And it's a program for persons who might be in a disaster and survive, and you are technically the first responders. So it would be a training on how to stop the bleed and assist people who may be injured. The second part is learning the different bits and pieces of guns and how they all work. And the third part is actually doing the testing and working with shooting a gun. And I think all of us would prefer some form of gun control that's sensible and reasonable. And I think with seeing what's happening here in Florida, where you now can get a gun at 18 and not need a permit, not need any kind of training at all. So it's not a Yahoo type training program and just start shooting. There's a gun training program, or not a training program, but a gun in Pompano Beach where you can practice shooting. So if anybody's interested, we're still looking for a few people that would be interested in actually setting this up and making it work so that it is appealing to a wider spectrum of people. That's it.
Thank you, Dennis. We have a special events coordinator, Elihu. Elihu to the rescue.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, I don't have a gun club for you, but I do have something really fun. BinGlo is coming up this Saturday. Game starts at 1:30 p.m. Doors open at 1 p.m. It's $15, 2 beverages, and your BinGlo game. Everything glows. The room is dark. You can see we already have the black lights up. If you look up, the daubers glow, the cards glow, and tickets are selling fast. So if you're interested, either see me or Rebecca, or there are also flyers on the tables. And if sitting down is not your thing, the following weekend we have our Rainbow 5K. It is a run walk. If you want to join us, it will be at Charnel Park in Hollywood. And that will start at 7:30 a.m. on Sunday, April 6th. So we hope to see you guys there. Have a good day.
Thank you, Andrew. We have our Director of Development, Ms. Rebecca.
Hiya.
Hi.
Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing? Awesome. How are those New Year's resolutions going? Oh no, they're still. I'm hearing over here. Good. Keep at it. Keep at it. Mine's going great too. Not really, but anyway. Okay, so I have 3 things for you. First of all, for those of you who have purchased bricks for our plaza, thank you so much. We are loving working with you to get that brick and all of the language on it just right for you. For those of you who have not yet purchased, please note that, because every single one of you in this room will eventually purchase a brick. That might be arriving at your door shortly. So, it starts at $100 plus. You can check out all of the different arrays out in our plaza, and we can do custom arrays for you. So you can just talk to myself, you can talk to Robert, you can talk to RC, who is not in this room right now. But please, if you are interested in bricks, reach out, and we're happy to help facilitate that for you. Also, membership, general membership, just a note, that's what helps keep the programs ticking. Especially this one, starts at $30 a year, not a month. A year.
Such a deal.
It is a deal. Yeah. And if you don't hurry, I might just elevate it on you, and then I'll just no, I'm kidding. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so general membership starts at $30 a year. You can go to pridecenterflorida.org, or you are welcome to come see me. I'm happy to process that membership. Become a part of the Pride Center family officially with an I Am Pride card. And lastly, as Robert mentioned, was it last week? We have our annual fundraiser, the Hard Rock Drag Show, featuring the Pride Center Honors on June 1st at Seminole Hard Rock. It's a drag show brunch from approximately 12:30 until 3. It features an open bar, luxury buffet, and we are honoring Anna Navarro, known from The View. Oh, check that out. Ripple, ripple, ripple. And she will be present as far as we are aware, providing nothing else comes up. She will be there. We are also honoring Nadine Smith from Equality Florida. Well deserved. And of course, one of our community foundations, the Our Fund Foundation, for everything they have done for our entire community, not just the Pride Center. So, I will have next week invitations that I will put out, so you have all of the information, the RSVP link. We would love for you to attend on June 1st at the Seminole Hard Rock while we kick off Pride Month in a really, really big way. And we are trying to go for the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest drag show brunch ever. We need to get 500 plus people in the room, and you know what? We're going to do it. We are going to do it. So if you want to be a part of that, June 1st, I will bring more information. Thank you. Have a great Tuesday.
Thank you, Rebecca. It is time for our CEO, Mr. Robert Boone.
Well, good morning, everyone. So, I don't know why, but Eliu was telling me that I look better when I'm attending BinGlo. I'm not by that, but I'll take it as a compliment. So today, in honor of Women's History Month, today is National Equal Pay Day. Yes. So ladies,
Park it up.
your office is going to say the same, but...
All right, show me the money.
Yes. So also, coming up is another local favorite, Manatee Appreciation Day. Yes, I know those cute little 300-pound, 6 to 1,200-pound little creatures. So, did you know, history lesson here, manatees are related to the elephants. kind of makes sense. Due to their immense size, they graze up to 8 hours, which sounds like a good buffet to me. And for Dr. Johnson, she would be very happy because they continually replace their teeth. A new set is always growing behind the current set of teeth. You know, you come here, you are filled with so much news you can lose. Oh, and coming up this week, what day is this? Does it really matter? It is National Weed Appreciation Day. Now, all of you get your minds out of the gutters because I'm talking about the weeds that grow in our lawns and sidewalks. Yeah, I know the crowd I'm with. Yeah. Alrighty, so also on this date, there are some notable birthdays that I just want to point out. Another little history, and I'm going to butcher this name. Gutson Bogloom. Anyone know that name? Gutson Bogloom. Or Bloom. Thank you. We have a history.
What did he say?
Yes, sculptor who designed Mount Rushmore.
Oh.
How many of you seen Mount Rushmore? I've been there. I have no clue about this name. And then also on this day, birthday is Eileen Ford, co-founder of the Ford Models Agency. I know Eileen from all my years of being a before model. And then also on this day is Aretha Franklin. Oh my God! Yes. Love her, Queen of Soul, Queen of Soul. And then for those of us that were Sex and the City fans, Sarah Jessica Parker, like walking up to the shoe store and saying, "Hello, la." That's all about it. All right. So some other things in history. How many people remember this by show of hands? In 1954, before I was born, the first color television is manufactured by RCA, featuring a 12.5-inch screen that sold for $1,000. Wow. Remember that? 12.5, that was probably like, wow, this is really exciting. Now it's a phone. Also in 1965, Martin Luther King Jr. Complete the march from Selma to Montgomery. And then I found this one I'm not quite sure how to read into this, so Diane, maybe you can explain it to me. So in 2019 on this day, NASA had to cancel all female spacewalk because it didn't have enough spacesuits to fit the women astronauts. Right. Now, does that mean there were just so many astronauts, or are they just poor planning? Poor planning. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Alrighty, so today in gay history, Sir Elton John was born on this day. Yes. In 1947, again, before I was born.
Just a little bit.
Just a couple of years. But the Elton John AIDS Foundation has done incredible work over the years. We were a recipient of their funding for 3 years ago, and they do absolutely amazing work. There's a picture of a half-naked man, and I can't read it. I might get too excited here. And then, also, we've already kind of talked about it. Monday is Transgender Day of Visibility. So I hope that you can join us here at the center in the plaza. We will be having the annual ceremony. We're hosting it. It's a trans-inclusive group is organizing it. I don't know the details because we don't have the marketing materials, but it's going to be here Monday night. Let me rephrase that. I would guess it's going to be around 6:30, 7 o'clock is when it usually holds. But please come and join us because now more than ever, our brothers and sisters of trans experience need to be held up. So, how many of you receive our emails that went out on Thursday and then on Sunday? Show of hands. If you saw, how many of you, did you read it? All right, good. For those of you who didn't, raise your hand. You can sign up to receive these. So here was the information I'm passing on. So in the infinite wisdom, the Department of HIV Prevention is going to be abolished at the CDC. Now, maybe some funding is going to go to another department. I'm not holding my breath. The department of someone else. The Florida Department of Health, our funding stream for HIV prevention expires June 30th. There will not be any more HIV prevention dollars, testing dollars in the state of Florida after July 1st. So what does that mean? It means our community is not going to be protected, informed, or have all of the access to the resources that, and I'm going to bring it down to the center. We provide non-traditional, non-clinical testing of HIV, meaning we don't have doctors and nurses, so we're not in a clinical setting. We go out to where the folks are. The bathhouses, the sex clubs, Walgreens, treatment centers. We go to Walgreens. I know I like to say sex club, bathhouse, and Walgreens all in the same breath. But we go into the community. We go where people go because people trust us. People specifically come to get tested from us because they trust us. And now that funding is going to go away. So I was anticipating this last year when all of the arts and culture funding for the state was completely abolished. This year, how many of you were at the Game and Scores Friday night? Fabulous. Broadway show team. Yeah, well, you were singing. So. Great solo. So they shared that the funding this year that came out, all the LGBT organizations were excluded.
What?
In the arts and culture for the state of Florida.
That's right.
And
all the LGBT organizations were gone. So, in anticipation, I have been talking to every funder I can possibly get in front of since January, thinking that this funding was going to expire June 30th. Other people were like, well, Robert, why aren't you going out and saying our funding's frozen, our funding stopped, but I couldn't, because there were other organizations whose funding was actually frozen in January and February. Ours was not frozen, it's just we were waiting to find out when it expires if there was going to be something else in its place. Because I didn't want to cry wolf, I didn't want to go to the community and go, oh my God, the funding's stopping, and then at the last minute, they pull a rabbit out of their hat. But that's not the case. So in Sunday's appeal, if you got a couple extra quarters and you wanted to go towards our HIV funding team, please do so. I'm trying to fill the gap of $175,000 for the period to go from July 1st to December 31st. Because our grant from Department of Health was $350,000 a year. That funding was for 5.5 years without a single increase in cost of living. All of our employees still need to get raises and increases in salary. So it doesn't cover all of the costs associated with the program, but at least we can at least have that base. So I've got $20,000, so I'm now looking for $155,000. Looking, do I have anyone in here $155,000? I don't know, I just thought of it. But, so that's our goal. By July 1st, I'm trying to raise $155,000 so everything can stay the same, and then we can hopefully find out by January 1st what the new plan, if anything, is going to be. So that's the impact on the community, that's the impact on the center, that's the impact on each of you in this room. Make sense? So if you know a funder, make the connection. Call me, email me, and say, hey, I know this foundation, maybe you haven't talked to them. If you know someone that's like, gosh, I have $155,000, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, call me. So, yes, we need to support all of our organizations in the community because nonprofits do the services and the programs that the government cannot. So thank you everyone on Facebook. Thank you all, loves. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Robert. Our sponsor today is AARP, and here to tell us what's going on is Miss Betty from the Bronx.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I usually come before him, and today I'm coming after. I didn't want to say behind him, but I come before. We're here as sponsors today. We love, I love you all, and I appreciate all of you who signed the paper that you were here today and gave us some emails. And if you didn't sign, because I know I didn't get to the back of the room, I couldn't reach you guys. Can you please come up and sign before you leave today? We have a paper at the front. Today we're going to talk about something. Who's on Social Security here? Who's not? Okay. Bragging again. So we just want to give as much as we know, the latest information that we have. And I have two helpers here today. One is Darrell, who was here earlier and helped give out the get signed. And we have Linda, who's spoken before on fraud. You all love her. And pay attention because later on you might be eligible for a raffle ticket for Starbucks coffee cart. So don't go away, boo. You might win.
All right.
Okay, so here's Linda.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I did have a PowerPoint, but we're just going to skip the dog and pony show. That's unusual. I got a big mouth. I said I do have a PowerPoint. We're going to skip over it, and I'm just going to talk to you for a few minutes. My name is Linda, as Betty said. I am her friend. I am her colleague. I am a volunteer with AARP, and you're all welcome to come and join the volunteer corps if you like. I want to talk to you a little bit today about your Social Security. We live in such troubled times. You've been listening to all the problems, not just your community, we're all dealing with. And we're tired, and people are getting very lax about speaking up and speaking out because what's happening is what they intend to happen. They flood us with all these problems. And we get tired, and we say, it's too much. Okay, guys and gals, what's not too much is your Social Security. There's a lovely lady, you probably don't know her name is Frances Perkins. She was a woman way ahead of her time back in the 1930s, and our very smart president, Franklin Roosevelt, picked her to be in his cabinet, first woman ever. And she introduced a lot of ideas to him, like workers' comp insurance and, what's the name of that? Social Security. Yay! He signed the bill, but it was her idea. So there you go for all the women in the world. Yay! But the whole idea of Social Security was that it was an insurance. It's not a gift, and God help me, don't ever call it an entitlement. I put 50 years of my wages into Social Security. That's my money. That's your money. You earned it. You paid it. This is not a gift. And you're not draining the government because of it. Almost everybody contributes to Social Security. There's a percentage of it that comes out of your paycheck under FICA, which stands for Federal Insurance Contributions Act. You know the acronyms. And it's 6.2% of your salary, and your employer will also donate for a total of 12.4% of your earnings that go into your Social Security account. And it is there for when you retire or when you need it. To be eligible for payments, you have to have worked at least 10 years, and I think age-wise, most of us have managed to do that in this room. Maybe not all you youngsters over there, but keep at it. And it's used to provide payments to individuals who are retired or disabled or a survivor or the survivor of a deceased person, which means eligibility is you for working, your spouse, if you're married at least 10 years, believe it or not, your ex-spouse is also entitled to your Social Security. There's disability, there's payments for children. This is what we're paying into, and this is what it looks like they're going to try and take away from us. 60 million Americans get Social Security, and more than a third of us, myself included, rely on it to live. It's not 90% of my income, but it's 90% of a lot of people's income. And I don't know how we're going to survive without it. I really don't. In Florida, almost 4 million people are on Social Security. Welcome to the club. So this year, AARP has a solitary focus on Social Security. We have hit the ground running, and I am here to ask for your assistance. Whether you are a member of the organization or not, we will protect you. You will benefit from everything. It's $16 a year if you want to join us. We have over 38 million members in this country, and I remind you folks, we vote. We vote. And for those of you, and this is not intended to be a political statement, I don't know which side of the politics you're on, but if we got what we voted for last November. We have midterms coming up next year, which can change the balance. I beg of you, if you're not registered to vote, please register. Educate yourself about the issues, particularly those that will support or oppose Social Security. And use your voice, use your vote, okay? And that's it. Go to aarp.org. There's lots and lots of news about Social Security, about what's happening, about what you can do to help. And thank you for all you do.
Sean, you want to do our raffle? We're also going to raffle off that straw for the 50-50 first, have somebody hold it, and then Miss Betty has to raffle.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm shaking it up. These guys never shake up.
Shake it up, baby.
Shake it, Betty. Shake it.
That was on the side. That's for the money.
Okay, who's holding the one for the money, the 50-50? Who's holding the 50-50? Oh, I guess I am.
Yeah.
And what kind of numbers do we have? What's the total?
Oh,
all right. Let's do Betty first.
$10 gift card to Starbucks. I thought they were public, but everybody uses. Oh, it's a yellow ticket.
Yellow ticket.
Get tonight.
1107. Wait, I gotta take my glasses. 6607. Who's the winner?
$10 gift card.
In the back. Shannon's got that one.
Charlie. And the second gift card.
Second gift card. This is a blue one. Okay, let's see. Let me take my glasses off again. 10655189.
He's got it.
Did it again. He's lucky. Thank you. And remember to stop by our table, say hello to Linda, and sign the paper if you didn't. Now it's for the big bucks.
All right, thank you, Ms. Betty. Time for the big bucks. Amounts.
Prize amount is $174. The total was $348, so pretty good. All right, so it's a blue ticket. All right, the number is 106-55226. Anybody?
174. All right. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. Have a safe week. We will see you next Tuesday.